Hey everybody, welcome to the studio, RCTV here coverage. We got a great matchup here tonight with the Springford Rams hosting the Pottstown Trojans. I'm here with John Zawizlak and I am Bill Culp, and we're here ready for some basketball here, John, tonight.
Yeah, it really should be a fun one here. The big story here is Lucy Olson, only 14 points off of the 1,000 point mark, which is a very high achievement for any basketball player here in high school.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 14 points away, so sitting at 986. So she's about to become an elite company. You only have Sammy Stippa, who's leading at 1366, Megan Bedard, who's one of my favorite players, by the way, all time. Say hi to Mom, at 1225, and Ali Kakrika at 1158, and Aaron Mengel at 1033. So she would be the fifth to achieve that mark, and I think she's got a really good shot tonight.
Yeah, I think especially against the team that they're going against, Pottstown isn't, let's say, like the greatest team in the pack. You know, I think this is definitely an opportunity for Lucy to score those 14 points, considering she's averaging over 14 points every game. I feel like this is a nice game to be able to hit that mark at.
Yeah, definitely, and like I said, it's just an unbelievable. We were downstairs, and you could see the kids down there coming in. The parents are coming in. They got the banners, the balloons. Mom says she's going to do it tonight. It's at home, and she's going to do it. So good luck, Pottstown, in stopping that Lucy Olson, because tonight she is going to reach it. So John and I will see you in about halftime. We're going to send it down after break to Dave and Anthony live for Springford against Pottstown. See you at halftime, everybody.
So I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back. Tonight's Pioneer Athletic Conference girls basketball contest. We have a crossover division. Tonight the Pottstown Trojans are facing your Springford Rams. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Caldwell along with my partner Anthony Bamford. Anthony, great to see you. We got a little high drama going on tonight as we'll do the starting lineups first. Starting for Springford, number 2, junior Abby Boyer. Possibly the star of the night, number 3, Lucy Olson, 14 points away from 1,000. Then we have 13, Gabs Allison Droney. Skylar Sullivan, a 5'7" senior. And rounding out the starting 5, number 32, Haley Hudak, junior, 5'10".
And for
partner, what about the starters for Pottstown?
And for Pottstown, it's Kawanza Barksdale Hodges, number 3, Caitlin Jarrett, number 4, Trinell Watson, number 12, Joliah Lamar, and I believe number 20, Zaira Brown.
All right, very good. Now, partner, we have a little bit of a mismatch situation. Springford coming in, playing great basketball, 12-1, have won 7 in a row, and a little bit of a mismatch tonight against the Trojans. What are some things that you think the Springford should be looking to accomplish tonight in this matchup?
I think Springford should be looking, ball movement and motion offense is always a key. They want to get it. They still want to get out to a big start and move the ball well. And defense is always another key thing. You can always work on defense in the fundamentals like boxing out and proper pick and rolls. So there's always stuff the Rams can do to improve, and they'll look to do that in this game here.
Yeah, no question about it. They would love to continue this win streak and move it on to number 8. Obviously, at this juncture, every win is important for district seeding. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the broadcast, but we got a tip-off here. We have Hudak against Kaylin Jarrett, and the Trojans control the tip.
And I would just like to make one correction. Number 22, Callista Day, is starting for Pottstown.
And quickly, the Trojans get on the O glass. Kaylin Jarrett will go to the stripe. She is a 5'7" junior. knocks down the first. One out of two, and Lucy Olson quickly up court. Hudak, no. Olson on the O-glass for two.
That's just great hustle there. Olson, you know, was the point guard for that play. She crashed the glass hard and able to get the offensive rebound and is rewarded with 2 points.
A blocking call as Springford goes to its press, trying to draw a double team at half court. It'll remain Trojan basketball. Partner, I want to ask if you've caught your breath here. He's come running in. He just participated in the Springford swim meet. Congratulations, nice win. And you did the 50 free, the 200 free relay, and the 400 free relay. Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about it real quick.
Yeah, we were going up against our arch rivals, Perk Valley, so that was always a big meet. And I swam well. I was happy with my times, you know, just did what I had to do to help the team win.
Well, way to go. And Skylar Sullivan quickly deposits two, and the Rams are out 4-1. Watson is the leading scorer. She misses, and Springford quickly down. Nice pass. Boyer to Sullivan.
That's just good concentration from Sullivan to take the contact and still be able to find that spot on the glass where the ball will fall.
Like the unselfish play. Sullivan with that sweet left-handed stroke from the stripe. She has 5, and the Rams are quickly out in front in a turnover. Blocking call on Lamar as Olson was thinking going to the goal. Springford inbounds underneath. Springford does a great job running their inbounds plays, and Olson with 3, and she quickly has 5 there, partner.
Yeah, 7 away from 1,000.
Pottstown beats the press but can't finish. And again, the Rams running game is out and about. A beautiful pass, from Olson to Boyer as she converts.
That's just great court vision and great passing from Olson. She put it in a spot where Boyer could catch it and just go right up with it, and that was the difference there on that play. She was able to take the contact and get the end one.
I had a chance to visit with Coach McDaniel a little bit today. He was talking about how unselfish Lucy Olson is and how the girls are getting better at recognizing her unselfishness and being prepared for her great passes. Got an injured player as Boyer is down. Think she's okay. Her teammates are smiling at her. That's usually a good sign.
Looks like she got blindsided by the pick a little bit, and that can always surprise you as a defender if you're not expecting the pick to come in. Mac Maloney will check in for Abby Boyer, and we hope that she is okay.
All right, Springford quickly extends 13-1. Olson, as we mentioned, with 5, needs 14 to join the 1,000-point club at Springford. And there's another 3 ball.
She's got the hot hand early.
I'm sure she would like to take care of business early. Nice pass again. Olson drawing a crowd. Springford doing nice work on the O-glass. Hudak keeps it alive. Number 3 for another 3. In and out.
And I had a chance to talk to Lucy, and I asked her about it. I was like, you know, pretty big game tonight. And she just kind of shrugged it off, and she's just treating it like it's any normal game. Like, that milestone doesn't exist, and that's just, you know, it shows how unselfish she is, that she's not even really thinking about it.
Out and about, Skylar Sullivan doing nice work on the open floor with a steal and going the other way. She has 7. And a foul by Hudak as Day gets fouled. Callista Day with timeout. Springford, we're going to take one as well. Stay with us here on RCTV.
Hi, I'm Peter. And there's nothing I love more than sharing vegetables with my friends. Come on in! Help yourself to anything. That's why we give our food the utmost respect it deserves. Did you know there are simple steps we can all take to help save food? You can cook it, store it, even share it. Just don't waste it. Because when it comes to food, better ate than never. To learn more, visit savethefood.com.
We are back. 4:59 in the first quarter. Springford quickly jumps out to an 18-1 lead. Pottstown at the foul line. Get your first look at Callista Day. Her and Watson each had 15 in the Trojans' win last week over Upper Perk. Day makes the first. 1 out of 2, and the Rams are off and running. Allison Droney from beyond. Bam!
Good work for the Rams in transition there, passing it around, get it to the corner. That usually opens up a lot. You either have the lane, which was taken, and Allison Droney on the follow for the wing. Got the easy 3.
Backcourt, good call as Springford's pressure causes that turnover. Olson now with 8. Again, she needs 14. Coming into the game, 986. Not only with 986 partners, she has 339 career rebounds and 209 career assists. And guess what? She's only in the middle of her junior season.
I know, when you have those numbers in the middle of a junior season, you're bound to do something special. I mean, this is what we like to call generational talent, and doesn't come around often.
Absolutely not. And we're not going to jinx her and talk about the people who are in front of her until she joins that 1,000-point club here. Hopefully we see that here in first or second quarter. I'm sure she would like to take care of business, as you mentioned about her being so humble. Nice pass inside. No, Olson working the O glass. There you go. Four away. Pottstown, quick shot. Boyer, yes. Beautiful pass to Maloney.
It was a beautiful pass, caught Maloney in stride, and Maloney didn't have to worry about taking a dribble to set her feet. She could just go right up with it.
I like the way the girls are finishing layups. They're getting out on the break, taking care of business, so to speak, tonight.
They are, and when you can finish early in transition, it really sets the tone for the game that, you know, you're here to win, and the Rams have certainly shown that thus far.
Maloney gets a deflection, can't quite come up with it, but like her effort out in the passing lane. There she is again with her hands on it.
That's the other thing the Rams have been doing. They've been keeping active hands in the passing lane. That's led to a lot of deflections, and it's really slowing down Pottstown's offense.
There's another one, as you mentioned, partner. Nice pass. Boyer to Olson, and she now needs 2. Lucy Olson with 12 points, and we still have a little over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
We'll see if the play is drawn up for her here.
Pottstown going a little 2-3 zone. Inside, outside. Abby Boyer.
I believe the Rams have only missed 1 from 3. They're converting on them for a very high rate.
Abby Boyer was 6. There you go. There we go. There it is. 1,000. Awesome job, Lucy Olson. Steal going the other way, left hand off the window.
She becomes the fifth girl in Spring-Ford history to score 1,000, and to achieve the mark when she did is just incredible. Congratulations to Lucy Olson.
Great response by her teammates and the fans, parents, students. We got some 1,000 balloons down there in the far corner.
As we just heard Mr. Reagan say, she's the only junior to reach the 1,000-point mark.
Yes.
So that's very special.
And her parents out to congratulate her. A couple quick pictures. And a quick 1 minute of recognition, so well deserved. The league bylaws have the Spring-Ford has to take a timeout. They give you a minute for some applause, some cheers, some pictures, and right back to business. So it'll be Pottstown basketball. But again, congratulations, Lucy Olson. As you mentioned, first junior to ever achieve 1,000 points is quite incredible. And there's some people ahead of her on the list here that it's not going to be far away. Next up would be Erin Mengel, who graduated in 2003 with 1,033 points. So she could be passing her in the next game or two.
Yeah, I believe Lucy's averaging around 20 points, so, she might pass Erin Mengel very soon.
Yeah, I think you're right, partner, there. She's averaging 19.8 points per game as Mac Maloney out and about, fouled. She will shoot two, the 5'5" junior guard. Boy, what a great first quarter here by Spring-Ford. Olson gets her 14. You have Sullivan with 7, Boyer with 6, Allison Droney 3. Off Pottstown, it will remain Spring-Ford basketball.
That's what the Rams have been doing. They've been distributing the ball, No one's really holding that ball for a long period of time. They're keeping it moving, and when you keep the ball moving, you get a lot of open looks.
Oh, nice pass. Olson steps in, smart play in front of the Pottstown defender. Good pass by Sullivan. Number 3, another rebound. Looking at the statistics, Anthony, it's amazing. Olson leads every statistical category for Spring-Ford.
She is certainly a well-rounded player, She's very tall, and she can use that to her advantage down low to get rebounds, as well as being able to shoot the 3, and she can pass as well. Just a very well-rounded player.
Pottstown with a second shot opportunity, and Barksdale Hodges doing some Tuesday night banking here in Roarsford.
I don't know if she called it, though, so we might have to take those points back.
Good call, partner, good call. Nice rebound by Juliana. Olson, kick out. Maloney, I like that move. Step away from the defense and knock down the 3.
It's a great move. The shot fake, draws the defender, gets thinking, you got to contest the 3, and the defender bites, and then one dribble to the left to create the space, and then right up for a smooth shot.
Yeah, a lot of people think on that 3-point line, if you shot fake, you got to go north-south, and you can certainly go east-west and still stay behind the line, and she did it beautifully.
That was beautifully executed, and then Maloney again with another layup as the Rams are just pouring it on.
Yeah, Maloney was 7. She came off the bench after Boyer got banged, and we have a line change here. Coach McDaniel and staff go fresh 5 here. As we are under 15 seconds to go. Staying with it on the O glass. That is Puffco. Oh! A terrific first quarter. Springford jumps out with 42. That's got to be a school record. We saw another school record with Lucy Olson being the first junior to score 1,000. We'll be right back after this.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met Narnese. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
We're back, beginning of quarter number 2. As partner, thoughts on Springford here in quarter number 2? What do you expect to see?
They're probably going to ease off the tempo a little bit. They're probably going to work a lot of ball movement and still just, if you have the open shot, take it. But you don't want to run the score up too much in situations like these. So they're going to look to do a lot of ball movement, execute their plays.
Springford called for a traveling. Springford doing a nice job cutting in front of Pottstown. 2-3 zone underneath. Lucy Olson got one there, and Emily Coyne almost got one too, but got whistled for shuffling the puppies. Pottstown's 3-ball does not go, and it'll stay Trojan basketball. Springford playing a little matchup. Allison Droney gets those hands in there. Coyne is pressured. As Day forces a turnover, she tries to go one-on-one, can't come up with it. Puffco rebounds. If you're just joining us here, we're beginning of quarter number 2. You missed Lucy Olson's 1,000th point, but stay with us. I'm sure John Zwizlak and Bill Culp will be talking about it and maybe showing some replays at our halftime show. So stay with us here on RCTV. Jarrett, the young freshman, at the line for the Trojans. Anthony, what's going through the Trojans' minds, and what do they have to do in this kind of situation to deal with the Springford Express?
Obviously, you want to limit the damage defensively, and you want to start getting more rebounds. And you just want to take the game one possession at a time. You're not really going to get back into the game by getting into a shootout with the Springford Rams because their offense is just so high-powered. But if you can get a couple stops and a couple scores, Pottstown could very easily find themselves right back in this game.
Hudak, nice spin move. As the junior doing nice work. Yeah, this is Matt Morton's second year at Pottstown taking over the helm, and he's trying to just get them better, improve each quarter as they go throughout the season. That is Watson. She gets to the line. Watson is their one returner with some experience. She was a second-team All-Frontier Division guard last year for the Trojans. I know Coach Morton is looking for her for leadership, even though she is a sophomore. Just shows you how young their team is.
This Pottstown team is very young, just looking down. They don't have many seniors, that's for sure, but you know, that's always the promising start to building a strong program, is having a lot of young players who play early and get that experience.
Olson back in the game, dishes. Hudak has come on here with 6 here in the second quarter. Nice spin move by Watson, can't come up with it, stays with it. Springford, a nice job of not leaving their feet, hands up. One of the rare Springford turnovers so far tonight. As much as they've been running, they have really taken care of the basketball.
They have, and it just didn't look like Hudak was expecting the pass from Olson. And you know, you always got to be expecting a pass from Olson when she's driving. You know, she has great court vision, and she's just always able to find an open player.
And that's what we mentioned earlier. Coach McDaniel references what an unselfish player that Olson is, and how the players have to be prepared at all times to be ready for that pass. There you go.
Nice little backdoor give and go there with between Lucy Olson and Abby Boyer for an easy score. And you know, you can always catch the defense sleeping with that play occasionally.
Boyer now in double figures with 11. Olson block, and they're off and running. Nice find of the trailer. Pottstown is going to take a full timeout, and we're going to take one as well. Springford leads 52-5.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
We are back, 4:34 to go, quarter number 2, and Anthony, your second quarter observations on the Rams.
Their transition offense has been very good. You know, they get that original option down in the corner, but they're patient enough to let the centers and the forwards come down and fill that block spot. And the read may not look like it's there at first, but it almost always opens up, and the Rams have been doing a great job of finding that.
Jarrett drives the baseline and draws a foul. That is team 7's, so the Trojans will be shooting the bonus the rest of the first half here. The young freshman knocks down the first. Yeah, you look at that Pottstown roster, freshman, sophomore, junior. Very young.
They are only 2 seniors on the roster.
There's Watson with a steal. Jarrett, no, follows her shot. Watson again from beyond. And Boyer with the easy pass to Mac Maloney.
That's what happens on those threes sometimes when you get those long rebounds. You get easy breakaways if you're able to track down those long rebounds.
Maloney 1 point away from being the third Springford scorer in double digits as Jared answers with a nice drive off the window. Jarrett with 4 points. Here comes Springford. Nice high post scissors cut. Olson, oh, beautiful pass.
It's a good read. Olson probably could have taken that one for herself, but Sconia had good positioning on her defender, and just that was a catch and shoot right away.
Pottstown taking a 30-second kind of injury timeout. Matt Morton checking on Jarrett and quickly gets Lamar back in the game for the Trojans. Springford answers with a line change lined up at the scorer's table. 3 more ready to come in. And it stays Trojan basketball. 2:42 to go.
Rams and Morgan Pizzi is only a sophomore, so it's great to see her getting minutes here in the varsity game.
Another foul, and it'll be 1-1. Yep. Trail official signaling that it is a 1-1. So the 7th team foul in the half for high school basketball. The other team shoots 1-1, and when it goes to 10 team fouls, then they will shoot, they call it the bonus, they will shoot 2. Let's not go for day.
Coach McDaniel's doing a good job of rotating subs in and out, keeping his players fresh, and just building that team chemistry by probably putting some different lineups out there than he normally does.
Puffco is in the books. Nice pass from Maloney. Springford continues that unselfish play, partner. Timeout. Pottstown's going to take a 30-second timeout. I think we'll keep it here.
You keep mentioning the unselfish play by Springford. They're always willing to make that extra pass, and when you make that extra pass so many times, you get to the point where teams, it's not like you're surprised you're receiving that extra pass, and you just know what to do when you get the ball, and whether it's look to pass again or just go right up and score, and that's led to a lot of open baskets for Springford.
No question about it, partner. We get a chance here to talk a little bit about districts. Again, to get a chance to visit with Coach McDaniel. They are currently number 2 in the 6A division for power points. Want to stay up there 1 or 2 because the higher seed you get, the more home games you get if you continue to win. So every game is important.
Every game, when you talk about seedings, is very important. You want that home court advantage. The student sections, they can really rally a team, and I'm sure Springford would want to have home court all the way through districts.
That's a good point, Anthony, because there's nothing more fun than playing important, meaningful games in March, and these girls would like nothing better than return to state play as they lost in the second round of states last year. They'd love to get there and go even further. I'm sure they have some very high goals, but right now they need to just continue to win, and as you mentioned, continue to get those district points. Plymouth Whitemarsh currently number 1 in seed, Springford number 2.
And I think the even more important thing, with having the home games is that we get to call a lot more games.
Absolutely, there you go. More games here on RCTV. Keep Andrew and Dr. Merzier, keep them working. Explaining the call to Coach McDaniel. It's always nice when the officials do that. Sometimes you're really not sure what happened out there. You were blocked by players, and it's always nice when an official comes over and explains to you what the call was or actually what happened. Engel, Puffko, Maloney, Pizzi, and Skogna. Oh, nice.
Great concentration from Mac Maloney. She got bumped and stayed with it, kept her shoulders square to the basket, and is able to just get it up on the glass. And when you get it up on the glass, you give yourself a great chance to make the shot.
Maloney now with 11 as Springford has 3 in double figures. What a first half, and especially that first quarter. I don't know this for a fact, but I would say unofficially that might be a girls' school record, 42 points in the first quarter or 42 points in any quarter.
I mean, 42 points, that's a lot. And, you know, I'm sure, you know, the emotion, the adrenaline was running high for the Rams, and that really helped them get out to such an explosive start, you know, especially when you have such a historic achievement like Lucy Olson getting 1,000 points.
Springford now with the ball, under 30 seconds to go. Don't know if they'll hold for one. Unfortunately, a turnover in Pottstown. We'll get it here. You can see on our scoreboard graphics, under 20 to go, first half. Watson again runs into a lot of white jerseys on that baseline. And Springford will hold on as they have a commanding lead here at the second half, and we are going to turn it over to Bill and John for the second half, or for, I should say, for our halftime.
Hey everybody, welcome to the studio here at halftime. Bill Culp here with John Zawizlak, and John, saying your name is probably a tougher match for me than those girls are facing tonight against Pottstown, as the Springford Rams are leading the Trojans 60-9 tonight.
Yeah, it's been a really not slow one on offense, but just not really much to talk about here. But we got the 1,000 points. Lucy Olson got it pretty quick in that first quarter, as you see some highlights here coming up. But it was really fun. That first quarter, they scored 42 points. It was very high offense, very fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost a game within itself. Was Lucy hitting her one of her threes there, and she had 2 in that first quarter. She ended up with 16 in that first quarter, and just well balanced overall. With Lucy had 16 in that first quarter, Sullivan had 7, Abby Boyer had 9, and Maloney also balancing out with 7. So, and Alessandro nailing a 3 there also. So Hudak was the only one that didn't score in that first quarter for the starters, but even their subs came in and got some buckets today.
Yeah, it was really nice. They came out really hot, going 6 for 7 from 3, which is a big reason why they're up so much right now.
Absolutely red hot. As we see Lucy Olson with that beautiful left hand. She can go either hand with her 1,000th point there, and then she exceeded that with her 1,002nd in that second quarter. So, like I said, just unbelievable. The atmosphere, it was just great RCTV coverage. Kudos to those down there in the camera. They got a lot of fun. So, me being a former teacher, I just texted everybody at Upper Providence Elementary, so she's a former student, so can't be proud of her any more than that. And again, as Coach Caldwell said, she's only a junior. I mean, she realistically can move up that board. She's one of 5 to get 1,000. She can move even up to the top 3 by the end of the year.
Yeah, that'll be really fun to watch her the rest of this year, and then she has all of next season. That's going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah, really, really fun to watch. So, and speaking of fun to watch, like you mentioned, 6 of 7 from the threes. They could not miss They just got red hot. I mean, we were just sitting in the studio just watching. It was just raining threes there, John.
Yeah, it really was. And then other than on offense, their defense has also been outstanding this game, just getting rebounds down low, not really giving them a free shot, even though they haven't let up, even though they're up by so much, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, so, Coach McDaniel pressing right off the bat there, not allowing Pottstown to even think about breathing or getting set up in their offense. So we had trouble keeping track of the turnovers there. It was just every time Pottstown tried to get in the middle or make a pass in the middle, there was a set of hands in there to tip it away. And we just saw an astronomical amount. When you said 42 points, most of those were lead passes right away for a layup in that first quarter.
Yeah, they really were on those fast breaks after those rebounds or the quick turnovers, which is from McDaniel's great defense. It's just really good to see on both ends. This girls team is really well rounded from the top with Lucy Olson all the way down to the bottom with the bench, with the defense, the offense. Everyone's well fundamentally. It's just really fun to watch them all play.
Yeah, and you mentioned that, John, fundamentally. And if you're watching this game, and hopefully most of you are, and even out in the crowd, and Coach Caldwell mentioned it. Look at the way they're finishing their layups. The classic, as silly as it sounds, but they're on the left side. They're going off that right foot, leading with their left hand, and they're nailing it. They're just not missing anything tonight. So congratulations to them. So, just like I said, 42 points in that first quarter, you really can't beat that. So even in the second quarter, a nice thing we said, Olson breaking that 1,000-point barrier. We saw her become facilitator there in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was really, everyone on offense really just started to dial it back a little bit after that first quarter. 42 points. That's a lot of points in that first quarter. You really saw them start to dial it back. Just start passing around the ball and just not really rushing. Taking their time, just waiting for that perfect shot.
Yeah, they definitely did with Olson. Again, as Coach Caldwell mentioned, not just the score. She's up there, and she will probably surpass everybody in every statistical offensive category. Rebounds, passing. She just does it all, and she's great. Watch those at home. Either hand. I mean, you'd think she's left-handed the way she passes with her offhand, but she isn't. It is absolutely phenomenal to watch. But, like you said, the defense just did not let up in that second quarter. And again, the unselfishness, we saw that, I mentioned Hudak didn't score in that first quarter, but right off the bat, she scored 6 quick in that second quarter.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like she might get into it a little bit more as this second half goes because she may feel a little left out from everyone else after that first quarter. But this second half might be a little bit slow on offense for Springford, but we'll see.
Yeah, as you mentioned, and even Coach Caldwell mentioned, in that first half, maybe this is more of let's work on the rotations, work on moving the ball, pass it as many times as we can before getting those open looks. Unless they have the fast break, there's nothing you can do about that. But I think they're going to work on their offensive sets in that second half.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah, again, well balanced. You got Boyer, who scored in the second quarter. Maloney scored a 2. Puffco getting in the score column with Sconia also leading the Rams there with 2. So they did get 18 in the second quarter, giving them 60 in that first half. And, not to, knock Pottstown. One of the things, as Coach Caldwell said, they're a young team. And, they just happen to be led by Jarrett, who's a freshman, younger sister of her older sister, Jarrett. And she got 4 in that first half. So 4 of the 5. So they got 4 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter. Obviously not going to be able to make that kind of run to stay with Springford, but a young team trying to make some steps here.
Yeah, I think in this second half for Pottstown, it's definitely just going to be trying to build off of this. Start at 0, try and win this second half of them. Obviously, it's going to probably not be able to win it, but just work on some plays, trying to grow together as a team, especially because you said it, young team, they're going to be together for a while. So I feel like they're going to try and run some plays and just try and grow together.
Yeah, and you talk about that running the plays with Olson getting those 1,000 points. Again, sometimes you see, and we didn't get to talk about that pregame, but you notice that your teammates just want to get you the ball. You notice there was a couple times where maybe somebody had a shot out low. They set sort of like a pick, threw it out to Lucy for those threes, and they wanted her so bad to get that 1,000 points. And talking to her mom, she said out there before the game, I was talking to her in the hallway, and she said, "It's happening tonight. Like, I don't care if it's 100-2. She's scoring the 1,000 tonight. You know, friends and family and things like that were here. We saw the balloons and things like that. So again, kind of let the air out of the tire there. So now they can run their offense a little bit.
Yeah, like you said, it with people, it seemed like they had like an open shot, but they gave it to Lucy. It seemed like the teammates wanted it more than Lucy. They wanted it for her. That you saw the parents get so excited. It was just really fun to see.
It really was fun to see. And guess what? We're going to have more fun in the second half, I'm sure. And we're going to send it back after the break downstairs, or excuse me, up to Coach Caldwell and Mr. Bamford. See you guys at the
Hi,
end of the game.
I'm Peter. And there's nothing I love more than sharing vegetables with my friends.
Come on in. Help yourself to anything.
That's why we give our food the utmost respect it deserves. Did you know there are simple steps we can all take to help save food? You can cook it, store it, even share it. Just don't waste it. Because when it comes to food, better ate than never. To learn more, visit savethefood.com.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
We are back here. We are back for the second half. Distractions, yes. We are back. Dave Caldwell along with Anthony Bamford. And Anthony, you want to talk about the Springford scores here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Lucy Olson leads all scorers with 16, but she wasn't the only Ram in double digits. Abby Boyer had 11, and Mac Maloney also had 11 for the Rams. Skylar Sullivan had 9, and Gabs Allison-Droney had 3. So the Rams really spreading the wealth and passing that ball around, making sure everybody's scoring.
And Haley Hudak chips in with 6 as well. A few more scores, so a lot of Springford players in the books. A great first half. And quarter number 3, Springford back to the 2-3 zone, partner.
Yeah, they're packing it in, just, you know, making Pottstown pass the ball around, forcing a turnover there, and just, you know, stall Pottstown's offense as much as you can. And
Coach McDaniel going with the starting 5 again. I'm sure they will maybe play, what would you guess, first half of the third quarter. Olson with her 3 more now with 19, as she, as we mentioned, averaging 19.8 points per game, right on target.
She is right on target there, and that's a good performance for her. She's done it in 3 quarters, basically, and there's still a little bit more left to play, although we're not sure how much we're going to see her in this game with the score being so high.
With that, just as you speak there, partner, all 5 white jerseys get up, and Olson over the 20-point mark. Now with 21, and she has 1,007 career points. Pottstown from 3, no. Olson another rebound as she continues to build on those terrific stats. Middle of her junior year, might have an opportunity to break just about every record in the book on maybe the boys and the girls side.
Maybe. I mean, I'm pretty sure she could beat most guys in a one-on-one. But
I'm sure Coach Talley would like to have her directing things there for the boys. It's like back when I was coaching, I would have loved to have Sammy Stipper leading the way. Speaking of Sammy Stipper, let's talk a little bit about the 1,000-point, the girls all-time. Next up is Erin Mengel from 2003. Ali Kakarika, 2008, and with 1,158. Megan Bedard, also from 2008, with 1225, and the girls' all-time career scorer, Sammy Stippa, 1366.
I remember watching those games when they made that run for states in the state championship on TV, and Sammy Stippa was a very special player to watch.
Sammy Stippa on my Springford girls roster of Hall of Famers.
It's a very safe
I came
pick
up with a
then.
Mount Rushmore group of 4 of the top girls in the history of the school, and the criteria was they had to play 2 sports, so 2 girls from back in the 70s and 80s, Mandy Moore and Jackie Keeley. Many of you know Miss Keeley, a 9th grade phys ed teacher. And then we had Megan O'Neill, former soccer and track star, and then Sammy Stippa filled that out. And I'm going to say that we might have a Mount Rushmore +1 down the road and maybe have Lucy Olson added to that list someday when her career ends.
For those of you who don't know, the other sport Lucy Olson plays as well as basketball is tennis.
Yes.
And, you know, her pictures in our brand new weight room, actually, of her playing tennis, and kind of made me laugh a little bit. Like, you know, the sport she's most well known for is basketball, and they put her playing tennis up there. So that's always a little bit funny to see. And
It's very cool, and it just shows you what type of athlete they are. You know, you play a couple sports yourself, and you know how challenging that can be.
I mean, being a multi-sport athlete, it's certainly challenging, but it also really helps a lot because, you know, for me, running and swimming, I'm working 2 different, you know, body groups. For running, it's a lot centered around like my legs and my core, and then for swimming, we get that core crossover still, but it's a lot more arms and a lot more centered around the breathing, and, you know, those help complement each other, and as I get better at running, I get better at swimming.
All right, your early reviews on the new phys ed fitness weight room.
Oh gosh, it's beautiful. They got so much stuff, you know, we're doing our orientations in gym class, and it's incredible. You know, they got that nice turf field in there. Everything is branded with Springford. It's just insane.
Spectacular work by the school administration, and specifically a shout out to Dr. Nugent, who spent an incredible amount of time and effort to bring that to fruition. So congratulations to him, and congratulations to all the Springford athletes and students who are going to use that awesome facility.
Can't wait to get in there and do some workouts and just, you know, learn the equipment, and just, you know, that's there to help everyone get better, and everyone's going to take advantage of it to become better.
Back to basketball here, 3:15 to go. Springford does a nice job on the glass. Rachel Rutkowski with the rebound. Now, what are some things, Anthony, you think the coaching staff are looking for now for some of the reserves who are going to get, you know, significant time here in the second half? What are the things they're looking for?
I think they're going to be looking for a lot of ball movement and just, you know, crashing the glass, you know, just the fundamentals like defense and ball movement and finding the open player, and, you know, maybe they have a certain number of passes in before you can shoot, and just stuff like that, little things.
Yeah, Coach McDaniel and staff so classy, though. They will not run up the score. They will do all the right things. And Maloney, 3 ball. She now has 14, and a terrific night for the junior guard. Pottstown doubles Coyne in the corner. She finds Puffko, and Maloney dribbles it over the timeline. Nice kick out to Coyne, and wow, everybody's on fire tonight, partner.
Everybody is. You know, the threes are falling at a high clip, and when you can get those threes to drop, you know, you can very easily, you know, win games.
Yeah, you'd mentioned the group being excited about tonight. You know, that was another observation I had in the first quarter with that record-setting 42 points. I thought the team was hyped up and amped up, and boy, did the team as a group shoot terrifically that first quarter. Obviously, when you're scoring 42 points, you're doing a lot of good things.
Yes, you are.
Juliana can't quite up with it. Rachel's partially blocked. Coyne steps through with a steal and gets fouled.
You talk about it, the Rams, you know, were on fire, and, you know, that helps because the Rams right now are without their second leading scorer, Emily Tiffin, who's out with a stress fracture injury, and, you know, they're looking for other players to step up, and definitely players like Mac Maloney and Abby Boyer have shown that they can step up and fill that gap while Tiffin's out.
Yeah, they certainly have it. I'm glad, partner, you mentioned Emily Tiffin. Had a chance to visit with her a little bit before the game, and still in that boot. Said she's probably got another 2 weeks, but she expects to be back for the playoffs. Had a little gleam in her eye, so you know she can't wait to get that off and get back out there and compete with her teammates.
Just from personal experience, when you're out with injuries that are, you know, extended periods of time, you know, it's always brutal, and you want to, you know, rush to get back. But the important thing is doing what you need to do to be healthy and trusting that when you come back, you're going to be good.
We have a player down as trainer Kate and Coach McDaniel are out there attending to her. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back. Hope she is okay here on RCTV.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met Narnese. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
And a nice hand for Rachel Rutkowski as she gets up after being knocked down on the floor. Gets up on her own power, and we hope she is okay.
That's always good to see. You know, she took a scary fall. It was very loud. We heard it very clearly up here in the booth. And, you know, whenever someone can get up and walk off under their own power, that's always a good sign to see.
Pottstown's three doesn't go. Puffco has an opportunity under 10 as she takes it the length of the court. And that'll do it for quarter number 3 as Springford continues to play good basketball. We'll be back starting quarter number 4 in a moment.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
We are back. 8 minutes of basketball left as Springford with a commanding lead over Pottstown Trojans. I'm here with Anthony Bamford, and Anthony, getting back to our 1,000-point scorer, Lucy Olson. She also has an opportunity to break the entire school record, led by boys basketball player Mike Brock with 1,392. I think I'd bet on Lucy Olson having a good shot at breaking that one as well.
I would. I mean, she hit that 1,000-point mark. Of course, this is her junior year, and we're only about halfway through the season. So if you take all the points that she's going to score, and of course the Rams will probably go deep into the playoffs, so you just keep adding those points. Then she has all of next year to get 300 points, and I think that's well within reach for Lucy.
I'm thinking she shut it down for tonight with 23 points, so that puts her at 1,009. She's only 24 points behind or to tie Erin Mengel next on the girls list. So Lucy Olson keeps moving on up. Coyne finds Puffco.
A good cut by Puffco there. She found the soft spot in the Pottstown defense and just ended up on the block, and a good look to get the pass and then easy layup.
Cameron Puffco with 6 points off the bench. Sophomore. Dad helps out with the boys program, helping Coach Talley out. Block is called on Springford. I know Coach McDaniel likes that. That's their first team foul here in the second half. Girls moving their feet and playing solid defense. Skogna with a nice rebound in traffic. Engel finds Coyne. Puffco a rebound. Pizzi. Morgan Pizzi with a nice basket off the window.
Doing a good job of just taking that contact, and sometimes all you need to do is just get that shot up and it will fall.
A lot of young sophomores out there on the floor for Coach McDaniel, getting some experience. Can't quite come up with it. Partner, I have 11 girls in the scorebook for the Rams tonight. Very impressive.
That's very impressive. That's good scoring dispersion, and you like to see that it's not all just one person. That Springford has been passing the ball around. The ball movement this entire game has been incredible. They've been doing it inside, outside, kick out, pass in, chest pass, bounce pass, and when you're passing it so much, a lot of people will find themselves open and get high percentage shots.
Clock continues to move, and partner, we'd like to pay some credits to some people behind the scenes here doing great work at RCTV, helping bring this broadcast to you tonight.
We'd like to thank our director, Sarah Camilleri. On camera, we have Brandon Bartolota, Dana Reed, Savannah O'Connor, and Kayla Sahin-Sagan. And then we have Merge up here doing graphics. And, of course, we'd like to thank Andrew Rothermel. This entire show would not be possible without him.
Yep, we got 7 great people here making sure that we look good on the camera, and we really appreciate it and love their dedication to Springford athletics and great work here at RCTV. Nice pass inside, Engel, no. Pizzi with the follow. She has 4. Calling it Pottstown basketball underneath. Springford stays in that 2-3 zone. Engel from the wing. Doesn't go. Hustling Cameron Puffco. Giving him a second chance. There you go.
When you can get those offensive rebounds, you create those second and third chances, and it just makes it easier to score. Those hustle plays like offensive rebounds are so key to winning big games.
Engel becomes the 12th Springford varsity scorer tonight. As the clock continues to move, Springford with 85 points tonight as they have shot it great and played great offensive basketball.
They got a lot of high percentage shots early, a lot of good open looks, and they were able to convert at a high rate. And whenever you can convert on those open looks, you build leads quite quickly.
Angle with the beautiful shot fake dribble drive. We are under 2 minutes from Springford, looking at their 8th straight victory and 13th of the season. Watson, a tough shot. Nice cut by Angle. Puffco, a little give and go game as Springford's looking to pull it out. Everybody's touching the basketball involved. Great job as the girls continue. Everybody sharing the basketball, taking care of it. Eyes up as we go under a minute. Partner, a terrific performance by the girls tonight as they will move to 13-1.
Just a great performance all around. They came out, they dominated the glass. They had a ton of deflections, which led to some turnovers. They shot the three at a very high percentage, and they passed the ball a ton, which led to a lot of wide open looks down low, and those are extremely high percentage shots. And they just played an incredibly well-rounded game, which helped them pull out the victory here tonight.
Contributions by everybody. Coach McDaniel and staff have to be pleased with the response, and the Olson family will chance to celebrate a little bit tonight.
Definitely a night to remember for them.
As Lucy Olson becomes the 5th girl to score 1,000 points. Congratulations, girls. Win number 13 and number 8 in a row. We are going to send it back to the studios to John Zwislak and Bill Culp as they will wrap things up for us here on RCTV. For Anthony Bamford, I'm Dave Caldwell. Thanks for watching. Stay with us for the post-game show.
Hey everybody, welcome to post-game here in RCTV's studio. Along with John Zwislak, Bill Culp here, and John, it was a great night, obviously, for Olson scoring her 1,000, and again, Springford notching another victory here, 87-15 here at home, so increasing the record to 17-1.
It was a really good game for Springford, very high-powered offense, as you see a couple of highlights here. As you said, 87 points was a lot of points there. Yep. Everyone scored, which was really nice to see. Everyone was on fire, especially Abby Boyer there. She hits a three. But
and as you mentioned, and Coach Caldwell mentioned perfectly, you had 12 who got into the scoring card here tonight for Springford. So again, coming off the bench, that's you can't ask for any more than that. So Olson leading the way with 21, as she usually does, averaging almost 20 points a game. So she sits at 1,007 points. So congratulations to Lucy Olson. So really a team effort tonight. Defense, nothing. Pottstown didn't have a chance tonight, as they didn't score double digits in any quarter.
Yeah, no. But one thing that I took into account was Springford really never let up, as even with the third stringers, and they never let up. Fundamentally, offense, defense, just everything all around. It was great all around, and even though they were up so much, they just kept the pressure on them.
Yes, they did. And you talk about just stepping it up. RCTV does that every night. So everybody, we'd like to thank you tonight. Congratulations to Lucy Olson. I'm Bill Culp with here John Zwislak, and we'd like to thank you for watching. Keep on watching RCTV's coverage. Have a great night, everybody.